They said the third time's a charm. Let's see what's crackling. Cairo the Great in the building. Request to come in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, my nigga. Well, God dang it. I thought I was on death for a minute. Shit. Is this why I thought it was the memory, not the hearing? What do? All right, have heart. Come on in. Who else? Okay, everybody's in
I'll
the
be
building.
right back. Stay right here. I'll be right back. Just grab something. I'll be right back.
There, Miz.
What up,
What up,
Bill?
dude? Hey, man. Well, I'm waiting for everybody to come on. Who else got to come in here? You, and you.
Um, whew,
Pyro's in here. You in here.
I'm actually writing a piece right now as we speak.
Okay, you're writing a piece as you speak. Writing the piece because it's coming off of the dome. Don't you know I'm the king? Bow to me. I'm on the throne. You don't believe me?
Ah,
Watch
shit.
your chick won't go home alone. I'll scoop her up and put it in my back pocket socket. Set her off like an ice cream rocket. Put the gumball at the end. All right, what else? Who else is in here?
There's more cola came. Like they ain't know what it's like.
Why you
Came
trying to
for.
bite me, bro? I'm on doing the show. You know I do this show on Monday. Move. Everybody else is joining.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for joining. Muchas
Give me
thank yous. Para todos ustedes que no entienden inglés, podemos hablar. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the SAP button. Change it. Language select. Come on, Pyro. All right, listen. Oh, there he is. My bad. You got words over your face. I couldn't see you. All right, so who else we missing? Who we missing? Pyro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was just sending out the case.
Oh.
I'm here.
Oh, who else is missing? That's it, right?
Sincere.
No.
1, 2. Ah, sincere. There's more cola.
All right. Anyway, let's get the moving because we're already behind time. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you that took time. Uh, Denzel um,
Mm-hmm.
took time to pray for me, to add me in your prayers. I appreciate that. Pop's not 100%, but the devil should have killed me when he had me. I'm under the anointing now, so he can't do nothing but trouble me. And every now and again, I don't mind going to the hospital and taking, let them feed me, just lay in the bed, and get some rest and stuff. But making light of it. Um, so I'm back on the road to recovery. That being said, I want to say a hearty thank you, thank you, thank you. I know that it hurts me to miss the show. For those of you that really know me, this is my baby, this is my passion. It hurts me to miss the show. So that being said, I'm in my mini lab today. I'm not even in the big stuff. I just got out the hospital Saturday. We got out Saturday afternoon, and just been kind of taking it easy. But I went to work today, and I have what old people get is called deteriorating disc in my back, and because of my weight, once that nerve hits cancel him. He's done. I gotta lay down. I gotta stretch out. But anyway, again, thank you for that. I want to thank you too for coming on the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll do introductions in a minute. But I also want to do Am I My Brother's Keeper? First and foremost, giving shout outs to uh, the B&B crew. We give shout outs to Pyro and his people and his efforts in his endeavors. Also, um, ah, uh, shout out to Exotic Pops, Notorious True. What else? Who else? Shout out to All Seasons, my son. For those of you who know him, he has a whole bunch of apparel. You need to check him out. And then, of course, shout out to my biggest and most important thing is all of my gemologists. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to turn aside and see what's going on. All right, we got some more people. Wanted to pop in and show love. Okay, okay. All right. Don't need a poetry. You better listen. Let me tell y'all something about Pops as while we talking intro real quick. Don't come on my platform talk about you a poet. You just wanted to pop in and see what they talking about. Because as I was brought up, if you really a poet, you always got a poet in somewhere in your back pocket. What I tell you, Pyro, that go-to one, right? You always got a go-to. So you jump out here talking about, oh, I, I, I write poetry because Pops will call you out. Come on, get on the screen, mute your face. I don't care. I'm just playing Benita Poetry. I'm just messing with you. You better unfollow. Um, she said, wait a minute. Oh, Pyro, can you rub your head and your stomach at the
There
same
you
time?
go.
All right, listen. As we move on to the next segment of the show, it's called Am I My
Sad.
Brother's Keeper? Yeah, we're moving. Am I My Brother's Keeper was developed because there's times throughout the day, and I'm sure everybody has experienced it, that somebody will come across your mind. You'll think about somebody, uh, and they'll just pop in your mind, and you ask yourself why. And so at that point, I just feel that whatever your higher power is, whoever you pray to, I still believe in energies. And if that energy is crossing your mind, it's good to return it with some positive energy. So I came up with a thing called Am I My Brother's Keeper? And merely for 10 seconds, I want you to think about that person. It might even be yourself that you think about today, and let's send them some positive energy for 10 seconds. That whatever it is has a positive outcome. All right, you don't have to say nothing out loud. Just count with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you. So for all of my brothers. All right, J. Charles, 82, I see you. Uh, heard the pimp scratchy, okay. All right. All right. So tonight. Again, man, it was a trip being in the hospital, missing two shows. They took care of our pops, but um, they still felt bad that I couldn't do them. But tonight, man, do you know? First of all, let me say this: 1 month ain't enough for Black History. And my daughter and I, we argue all the time about. She says I'm not black, and I'm like, listen, you better do your history. She says you're Puerto Rican. I said, okay, you better do your research, because if you don't know that they ran up and through them, that Puerto Ricans are made up of African American, Tayo, Indian, and I believe it's French. But anyway, enough about that. It's Black History Month, and I said, man, we need to go out with a bang. And I know some of the best poets in the whole country that are going to get out here and then they're going to show out on the platform about Black History Month. So I'm waiting on third one, but if not, we're gonna do a round robin. Okay, that means you get to spit one,
Yeah.
and then you
Have,
come right after them.
have
So
fun.
whoever won,
Can you mute?
who?
If your feedback is feedbacking. I bet.
Sounds so much better. All right, Benita, if you want to bring in the third, come on now. Don't, don't be scared. Don't be scared. All right, so I guess um I guess that's it. He ain't coming. All right, so you want to go first then, Cairo? All right.
All right, hold up. Let me grab up. Hold on. Let me do something. You said me go first?
Yeah, what do y'all
All
pick
right, bet.
one,
Um, let's get it. I'll just son. This is Black History Month, right?
right?
I finally understand now. A person of color will always be characterized as the villain, even when doing superhero things. Categorizes outlaws, thugs, gangsters from broken families and the hood. Malcolm was right. We need to integrate amongst ourselves before integrating with the world. This country, known as America, content with dividing us by numbers, color, religion, orientation, political party, social status, education. Where is the love? Was Black Eyed Peas song used in vain? Did the original 13 practice what they preach? Why brainwash my people with truth? Daily fights with democies and republicies, same abuse of power, forefathers turning in their graves, doubting if declaring our independence was the right thing to do. John shouldn't have signed that document. Knowing hatred and chauvinism was born, clan running wild, contaminating southern states where the truth exposed they sin. The FBI murder our leaders, call it an accident, put people in power to execute their plans, made us think that 45 is no better than 46. There's still the same number as skin pigment. Once friends, now each other's biggest threat. One grabs by the cat, the other tugs apparatus. I seen this vision under the sun. The rich consumed by the poor. Homeless will have homes. Politics absolved. Realize we just needed God. We needed to be our own rulers. True born hustlers. Revolutionary reborn. Words of Sebi and Mandela come as a flourishing. Welcome to 1831. I'm Nat Turner. Reincarnated the priest truth, ready for liberation, eager to rebel, spirit Harriet in my veins, won't run away from no man. Let them try to kill me for exposing the right and left. A gallows never suffice that I'm the one people are glad to have met. Don't matter how many dashikis you wear. Give speeches in support of Black Lives Matter. The distractions will not get our reaction. I know this proverb is heavy. Probably catching a lot of negative reviews, ending up trending on Twitter. Headlines from Fox News. Subsequent discussion on Wendy Williams and The View. Caption of this piece focused for Instagram. Poem with TikTok more than content found on OnlyFans. Sent body on might to set the captives free. Sorry if you can't name a president stronger than me. Revolutionary.
Mm. All right, give it up. Pyro burnt up the stage. Nevertheless, stepping to the stage. Next up, it's your world, baby.
Good evening. Today you will get a show from an angry black man, from an equal rights, equal fights mentality, from a wild that's fucked up, but it's funny anyway. We are currently different. From the way we think to the way we say every cuss word in the dictionary. You say fuck, I say fuck you, him, her, your sister, and your brother. You say you a bitch. I say even a pregnant dog deserves more respect than you. See, the vernacular is irregular, so my image is 11th dimensional and your words, some shit that doesn't exist. Me being vulgar is a choice. Me being poetically stuck up directly in the middle of handful of people is ironically where I fit in best. Best think before you decide to incite issues. I tend to go above and beyond to cause rainfall. Raining on parades like bro, don't you know this bird is the word and I'd be giving birds since I could speak my first words. So from a young age, I've been using my First Amendment to admit that I don't like dealing with self-pretentious idiots who claim abstinence from cussing and caring about someone's feelings. I just want to go back to the 2000s where shit was a joke and we got over it, no Bennett, but I've been done with this dumb pit. Wrath of a black Karen and light skin and crossbred with an Asian made the 3 cent from a DP. Now this kid's name is D3P. Ironic. I stopped using syllables the right way after studying phonics autocorrect. Fuck, I meant to say onyx. Used to be cool with sipping on pentatonics. Wait, I'm typing too fast. I was cool with writing with a pen while drinking these tonics. Toxic might get a problem with the fact that I'm the origin of these word toxins. Toxicity spiking with every line I be jotting. This is an ink machine and it's been dripping, reprinting the image that's manifested this presence. In other words, the ink made me a menace. So when I rise up with a J, best believe it's all smoke, no choke, but this toke box lungs in layman's terms. It takes a layman with a spade to trade blows with a jack of all trades. And sorry, Jackie, you lost a draw. So in other terms, off with your metaphorical head. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm the nicest villain you will ever meet in black. Peace.
Dear future generations, I'm sorry for the mess you see before you, and I know that you're quite confused with the things going on, and confused about me too. For years, I was taught about Black history and about how Rosa Parks wouldn't give up her seat and all these civil rights rules. But let me tell you what I was not taught in school. For one, Black history did not start with slavery. Our history did not begin with chains. So the next time you attempt to intertwine the two, be aware of your history true frame. All right, school's in session. Black history started with the innovative minds of both black men and women since the beginning of time, coming together and united as one. Despite being called heinous names, and despite being ridiculed, their endurance remained the same. And even though they were brought to this country on slave ships, they never chose to quit. They just looked for another way to make things work in a land they could never fit. Through the bloodshed and the tears, crying out to the Almighty, they did not want spare. I'm guessing you don't know about the first black person to win the Nobel Prize. His name was Ralph Bunche, and they hid him from our eyes. Did you know that the richest person to ever live was a black man by the name of King Mansa Musa, the first who made sure those around him ate, but for some strange reason, the only rich people we acknowledge are Elon Musk, who's musty, Steve Jobs, who gives no jobs, and Bill Gates. Curriculum teaches us that Martin Luther King had a dream, but it's ironic how those dreams can't be achieved because our minds are in chains. Our brains are more enslaved than they seem. We all know about Morgan Freeman, but will we ever be free women or free men? We ever leave this state of imprisonment, both mental and physical, because we can't let go of this black men go to jail stereotypical visual that was set up for us years ago, but instead we just let the fire grow. We go from being emotionally locked up in our minds to physically locked up behind bars, and in the end, the only reputation we are tarnishing is ours. We have to stop killing our own kind. They say it's sad to say that black men go to two places, that's prison or the ground. I told them I'm not black. I don't care what you see because the greatest qualities of me are profoundly skin deep. We're living in a world where if I covered the color of my skin is to toe with my opponent and did everything that was able, they would judge me on my color and not the things I brought to the table, or I'll be deemed unqualified and the position will be given to a less qualified person or a more lighter person in name, all because they realize I have rich chocolate running through my veins. Dear future generations, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you are living in a world where at any moment, because of the color of your skin, you could be beat, shot, or burned alive, and no one, not even a single soul, will look up to acknowledge your absence because to them you are insignificant. I'm sorry that the rich put you in the hood and then began robbing the hood, and that Robin Hood was just a myth. I'm sorry that you think it's okay to call your fellow black brother the N word, as if the N word did not derive from the word niggers, which used to belittle and control your ancestors. I'm sorry that you missed history class. President Past pause. I'm sorry that you think that you were designed to be last. Black history, it's history, and if we don't study it, it's bound to come. It's bound to come around like the prodigal son coming home. Like when you press repeat on your favorite love song, it sticks around, doesn't it? Sorry that it seems like we're the only ones that have nicknames, and even our real names come with nicknames that don't reflect where we came. We are bilingual. Our hearts beat black drums when blue and white beat black boys round here. Sorry that you hear echoes from the ghettos and the streets remain hollow from the absence of fathers that were replaced with rappers like Uzi, Yachty, Cardi, Nicki, and NBA Youngboy. Yes, the world is on your shoulder, boy, so you better not drop it. Sorry that women think it's okay to lay with any man that says I love you and to grow a life from someone that'll leave them in it alone. Sorry that it's so stereotypical for you to have a two-parent home. Sorry that your black history was forgotten and it echoes through empty brains and shallow hearts. Sorry that you don't know about the contributions to black history, but not your own part. Take a stand like Fred Hampton, Angela Davis, Asada, Huey P. Dream those dreams like Martin Luther King, and others will come around and sing, lead, and stand up for us right. Even though our history was treated in a dreadful way, they'll be glad you are here today. Make a change, scream it loud, have a voice for you and me so that our generation before you will understand they'll have a fruitful at black history because of you cementing your legacy. Bye.
You hate to see it, but it seems like we suffering from paranoid schizophrenia. Why news crews taking shots with cameras hoping to get a nice pic of people exposing the virus. Mask up used to mean violence, but now it's mask up to survive this man-made toxins. Injected needles like murderer addictions. Pen the only thing fighting back against these inflictions. But pad been running out of pages for me to recite all of these notations. Had to switch to writing my words in the sky. Literally storing all of these lines inside of a cloud. Take a breath. Hope it don't kill me. This melanin make it hard for me to breathe. When someone pinning me with a knee got me sweating in my sleep. Scared it could be one of my family recorded on Fox News TV. Another dark skin lost or missed this call to action. Damn. Running out of prayers for my kinfolk. None to seeing them on sleeves and hearing mothers say he was so sweet is pandemonium. One wrong word get you canceled. One wrong move and you get buried. It's all in the name of accidental manslaughter, aimed and targeted for walking in your local neighborhoods or playing ball with your supposed to be home dogs. Translations, we can't win for losing. Can't lose if we winning. 1%ers control the image at the end. Teenagers got it right. It's about which time we commit a too many year late abortion. And today on Fox News, a young African American male takes his life after writing a poem too real for his soul to take. Young Denzel Douglas found bleeding ink on the page as his final goodbye to his family. Over to you now, Paul. That's how it ends for all us Negroes. Not with a bang, but a click.
They hear you saying black doesn't crack. I bet you they want to reply asking if you want to put that to the test. Now, knowing that because our black skins, our spirits are the most durable. Growing up, I found myself asking a lot of questions like, why is the sky blue? Why can't I sing? And why is math even a thing? I believe that the best way to educate yourself is to ask a lot of questions. As I did grow, so did my inquisitiveness. The only difference between now and then is that the questions I need answers to are the most, well, the aren't the most conventional or up for open discussions. There are so many questions I want to ask people, but have very little courage and left in me. So I end up asking myself those questions. I call this self-interview again. I normally do this when I'm home alone or when no one is around me because I don't want nobody thinking I'm a weirdo. Or I don't want nobody thinking I'm crazy like half art. But uh, some of these questions are questions that I was supposed to ask God, but refused because I didn't want to believe that these monsters were created in His image. How dare I question the Almighty Father, asking if He's heard any of our cries? I believe that the same blood that flows through us flows through them. People like that aren't human; they're just demons in uniform. The rest are questions meant for random people like farmers, priests, white cops, white politicians, white men in general. These questions that I ask aren't always questions. They're sometimes statements disguised as questions. When I ask those types of questions, just know I'm not seeking an answer, but rather a response other than the truth. Diluted lie, because in this case, knowing the truth hurts more than being ignorant. And white America pretending that a system was made for people like me is a lie that I wish was true and a truth that would never be a reality. So I asked myself another question: why are you scared of white men in uniform? Usually with questions like these, Pops, I give myself a range from answers to choose from. A is because they bear weapons that kill both in broad daylight and at night. But I was told that monsters only come out at night, so this can't be the answer. B, their favorite game is tag, and I know that I'm it, but they don't have that information. In fact, they don't have any information other than the fact that I'm black, so maybe that explains why they are killing any black person they see in hopes that one of them will be me. But they don't have common sense. Truly, they know that Black Lives Matter and that this isn't the Hunger Games. This can't be the answer, but something tells me that they aren't hunting for prey or food, and they're just killing for fun as if it's a sport or something. But I thought predictors only hunted for food and not for anything else. Isn't that the law of the jungle or something like that? If that's the case, then hearing black bodies beg for their lives must somehow be food that feeds their ego. Then I bet they must be really hungry because they've been feeding up our flesh since the beginning of time. But how come they don't feed on anything else like grass or fish or anything other than human flesh. I guess it's because in their eyes we aren't human, just mere livestock whose purpose is to feed their masters. So if there's a master, there's somewhere in this twisted equation, there must be a slave hiding for their life. How long will we keep playing this game of tag? Warning, being black is a crime punishable by death. Tag, you're it. Multiple gunshots go off. So we're just a flock of black sheep. Bye, black sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir, master. Many sons dead. Some for my master, some for his son. The rest for the little boys who live down the lane. And pops, the more I think about it, the more I say to myself, this can't be the answer. Why would they go out of their way to kidnap us from the motherland and bring us to this farm, which you call America, if they were going to end up killing us? What kind of sick person does that? Please tell me I'm sleeping in that. All this is a part of a terrible nightmare. Tell me that I could wake up at any moment and this nightmare will be over. I got so many more questions like, what does black meat taste like? And is it really that good that they keep coming back for more? I mean, there's more guns than there are sheep with a system like this. I see why it's easy for them to get away with murder. I guess this is what they mean by doing their civil duty. I guess America is truly the land of the free, providing that you are not black, Hispanic, Middle East, or anything other than white, the home of the brave, because indeed anyone who dares to live in America, sorry, I'm at the farm, is destined to be hunted and slaughtered not for food, but just because. Which is the right answer? Plot twist. Check all the above. In a world of instant decisions, my weakness is overthinking things. In a world of sexuality, my weakness is confusion. In a system of white America, being black is a crime, a weakness that was boasted upon me since birth. In the world of storytelling, my questions are statements, and my statements are truths that I'm still in denial of. Final question before I go completely insane, half heart. Why do they kill black men more than they kill women? This is an open-ended question, so I said to myself, maybe it's because they needed more women to produce more games for them to kill. Thank you and goodbye. We should talk more often. And next time, I won't stop asking why, because maybe in the midst of asking why, I'll get stuck in a loop of possibilities and give up on my quest to see life through a pure lens. So help me, God.
Y'all catching it raw here, live, and it's like for those people, you ever hear louder when you close your eyes and meditate on the words? You ever done
Mm.
that? Okay, I thought I was the only one. But y'all catching it live. And when I tell you, see, it may not have a super impact now, but I challenge those of you that are listening to go back and watch it again. It's just like a movie. You can't, I say it all the time, you can't get everything the first time you watch the movie. Because the second time you watch, you can be like, oh, I must have missed that part. I must have went to the bathroom. But these gentlemen are putting down fire now. I see a lot of action in the chat. She found her pen beneath the poetry. We got an open space, and I'm gonna go ahead and open up the spectrum, as they say. Give these young men a chance to recoup for a hot minute. If anybody want to come in and say a little something, you can mute your camera. If your hair ain't dead or something, we ain't got we ain't got
Eclipse
to
up.
see you. Mhm.
Eclipse up. Yes, sir. Uh, because it was Black History, I wanted to, along with my brother, I wanted to do some Black History pieces. But then you
Oh,
know what's gonna happen is when we choose violence. You know what I mean? So yeah.
yeah, yeah. But my thing was,
Ironically, I'm finishing a very violent piece right now.
well, I
Did
was
you also finish the one that I told you to finish that you're supposed to put to the Google Doc?
I have not yet. I've not been able to get to that one yet. I've not been able to get to that one yet. I was already in the midst of this one.
All right. Well, while we wait for another person, whatever, you know, I just want to say thanks, Pops, for giving us this opportunity to be here. This is amazing. I need my
on.
pen. You know what I'm saying? I need my pen, so I gotta send you my address. So you can mail that to me. I need that.
Yeah, 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 because they're becoming a real rare commodity. You better get them where you can. I'm telling you. Yeah,
So,
get them where you can.
you, yeah, well, you
Mac,
ready?
what
I'm
is
ready.
this? Mac, Mac,
Mac,
What is
You can
that?
ask Legacy. Yes, you could bring Legacy up. That's my little sis. She's
That
phenomenal.
y'all together phenomenal. Make me want to truly unlock the potential. Come on, get on. Come in here. Don't be scared. See, you
Don't be
won't
scared
say it.
of the eclipse. Come on now.
She's a scaredy cat. Come on in here. Yeah, say something. Talk to the people. But no, I'm happy. And the thing was, even with that, because like I said, I'm in my mini studio. The um I got the full setup. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we had to work a little bit late. I dropped a coworker off. I was like, man, I said I'm gonna do this show. I'm gonna do the show, and then I'm gonna get me some rest. So there
Let's
you
get
go.
it.
Okay, all right. So now introduce yourself to the people. Puff puff pass
Legacy.
to the left, to the left. Oh, no, this way. Um, um, introduce yourself to the people, and like I said in the beginning, if you call yourself a poet, you always got that go-to one. So introduce yourself, go on and grab the mic, make it do what it do.
On here, I'm Mackin' Ass Slaves. I'm Legacy, though. I'm based out of Northern Cali. You feel me? I don't know. Lately, the poems have been coming in very differently than typically. Pyro, what do you say?
Choose violence. Thank you.
Ooh, should I kind of raw dog that piece for Tuesday?
Choose violence. Thank you.
1 second, please. Let me send it over. All right. I'll do a little sneak peek on something I'm working on right now. Look, I'm gonna start off by saying I'm sorry. I'm a nice person. I didn't want to do this now. Who am I playing? I'm gonna be honest. Pyro said he wanted bloods, heads in jars, so no holds barred. So I then fuck it. Now's the time to be ruthless. Let me say it's an honor to set it off with the lyrical pearls, Tierra, and Bonita. Shout out to my big brother Pyro. My name's Legacy, just in case we ain't never had a proper greeting. Now that I have y'all here, do you mind if I ask y'all a couple questions? I then cool. Shh. Family course now in session. Is it just me, or have y'all ever heard of this poetically imperfect person ever talking reckless like how hate refuels his quill, yet it's been months, multiple poems, multiple poets, and this punk ass still ain't say shit? Let me digress. Do you think this bootlicking, Confederate flag waving, colonizing culture vulture could ever come close to understanding minorities' oppression? The pain of our ancestors that we had to embrace, sharing the struggles that they had to face. Shit, some of our ancestors even laying in unmarked graves because motherfuckers like him think for my minority they could just take and fucking take. You're a disgrace. Smirking when a person of color gives you some type of praise. Hold on. Let me digress. Have y'all heard this pig slaughter the Native American dialect because that 0.5% got him feeling some type of privilege? This boy done bumped his head, woke up like my grandmother was a Cherokee princess. And I'm just gonna leave that right there because next Tuesday, Pyros set it off for March 4th, Women in History. You feel me?
You heard it
Um,
here
we
first
got
at
some more
Pops
shit going.
Gems.
That's the first time I did this piece on live.
Okay, well that's what's up. That's what's up.
So
All right,
I'll pick it up.
Pyro.
Let's get it.
All right, let's go to work.
Let's go to work.
Thank you for coming in. Stay tuned for more. Don't just get on, like and follow, because
Yes, sir.
we have designated. Let me throw a plug. We've designated every fifth Monday in the year pop poetry platform. So we're just gonna have open on the fifth Monday. So if you dangling something, if you want to try something out or whatever it is, throw your name in the ring and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. All right. Thank
Let's
you.
get it. Let's get it. I said, pressure cooker, cooking it cocked the pressure, make it diamonds, cause I'm not part of the lesser. They love when I choose violence. That's why I'm constantly provoked. The shots are fired at Dubs Holy in Vatican City. They named me the Pope. Now, let's address these so-called lyricists. Spying on social platforms can't handle the grenades, so they settle for the storm. Won't even perform at the right junction. I'm bulletproof. I'm immune to dysfunction. Put a blindfold on the blind that they'll fold. Nothing's been right since we dropped wordplay and watched an organization full of frauds plagiarize a hee-hee boop. We incite malice and push tease. The new dictator in charge is a carnation of the old me. We'll teach him how to respect the kingdom. So much raised, I'll leave troubadours in a swarm of haze. We're assassinating the regime. Every time D3P and I hop on a collab, it's like Kobe throwing Shaq in our youth. We don't miss. I feel bad for everybody on a hit list. We hit men while women watching all crossing over, leaving them crisscross. Remind the audience you gotta fall before you ball with us. This vehemence is rooted in impetuosity. Do you know what happens? Do you know what it's like to argue with corpses? I do. Even the dead know that because I'm in Christ, I don't lose. Eclipse coming. We're not two. We've been on one. What goes up will come down. It will stay there till the trumpet sounds. When the bells ring and the bow breaks, the barrels seep deep into the skin. They'll be wondering why they chose to go to combat. These immortals are not mortal. Pen is penning. Injected these sessions with NWO, reiterating that what I created, I can destroy. Attacking the action, the actors leave it two diagonals crossed. They know where the spot is. Xed and etched in the archives. I'm at an insult to injury. The stars are coming closer. More fire in the holster. They're losing composure. Here comes a FaceTime to discuss a piece aiming to respond to keep their spirit at ease. What's a bad track to a big back? A dope female trainer with media? A poetically imperfect colonizer, culture vulturing, but not a part of the culture, attempting to use a Native American dialect because they forgot the stones they carried. It doesn't have a consistent legacy or a bonita full of chronicles. Hell nah. Nick Nat Patty Whack, she gave a dog a bone and watched it die slow. What a high fantasy. I pray they were my real friends. Guess we'll never know. I loved them, but they only lusted for lies. What a heck of a life, labeled me a villain. You see what this bad man. Do you see this bad man will do diabolical things? Think you hang with Pyro? It's like asking what's a peasant to a king. This story will end in smithereens. When they try to go at one of us, they gotta deal with the whole team.
Mm,
Yikes.
mm, 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 mm. See the light is in the
Fire.
building. Y'all put your hands together. See the light. Let me
Hello,
greet
brother.
this
You
show.
killed it. I am kind of busy, but yeah, maybe next time I'll be able to show my face and stuff. What up, everybody? And yeah, Pyro, all snaps, bro. It's so good.
You're not gonna spit a poem. Get off
Yeah,
my
I'm
screen. I'm just
gonna
playing.
spit a poem.
As my
Okay.
actual big sister.
Yeah,
All right.
yes. And Pyro is the best, guys. Please go check out his stuff. But yeah, yeah, I can do a poem. I can do something written or off the. It doesn't really matter. I'll do something written. Is it my turn?
It is.
Oh, okay. All
It's a
right. So
cycle.
this is titled "Ghosted." Everything seemed to be fine. We seemed aligned like it was divine from the heavens themselves. I thought we both inherited wealth. We enriched each other. You were my covers, and not just when I was asleep. I yelled to the world, "You were mine for keeps." You called, I bawled when you said you were coming to see me. I waited patiently like trees waiting for their flowers, no matter the hours. I spent every second thinking about the many seconds I would have with you. I know I'm a sucker for love. Hall makers, believers know that hopeless romantics are the way to go, but for some reason, it was you that put me in a panic, that made me shake, that made me forget what I was supposed to do. It was you that made me feel like I was not enough for you. It was you that made me feel that I can never believe in Casper again, because when you told me that you love me, it means you actually ghosted and I would never see you again. You see,
Mm.
I thought that it was a happily ever after, but you had so many different chapters with different women, and I'm starting to think that maybe I was never your Cinderella shoes. Maybe you were just looking for that right glass slipper, the one that would be easily influenced and maybe slip on all of your promises. And I thought that Bibbidi Boppity Boo could save me, but those type of magics are something that you would never understand. You see, I tried to look for you to see if I could find a helping hand, but for some reason, it never landed. You took me for granted. Never answered my texts, never answered my calls. You were always stalled when I said I needed you. Now, anything that I needed within 24 hours, you said you never had a second, but you had every hour and every second for any other people. I tried to find equals, but there was always subtractants when I just really wanted us to be added, but you always divided us because you said my equations called your equations out. So now we have these two dots on each side of the line because we are not defined properly, and you drew the line. And now I have to figure out who's my next math teacher because obviously you don't know how to teach. I tried to be a student to you and actually learn something new, but you don't even know what it means to have lessons. You see, you are not lessons. You weren't even lessons for me. You showed me that I should never take class with someone who is not educated. I really feel like I was jaded because I thought that you had everything because you made me feel like I was everything, but I guess that's easy for anyone. So I say all this to say that he thought he ghosted me, but I know when shadows will be casted away. Poem.
That's my
Okay,
sister, man.
Thanks, guys.
Fire. Fire.
that's what's up. As
Gratitude.
the hour
I got
draws
you.
nigh. Okay. I know you got one more in the chamber. Come on with it.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, young lady, for gracing our stage and the
Yes.
show. Don't just like, follow.
Gotcha.
You can see the whole thing in its entirety at
Uh-huh.
Pops Gems on YouTube. No underscores, at Pops Gems. I post all the shows, and then, of course, like and follow at Pops underscore Gems. And we would definitely love to have you every fifth Monday of the year 2025. We're doing poetry. So get on board, get your pen to the pad, give it all you had, spit it from the top of the dome, let it sink in like ink and make a song with a poem. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right,
I will. Thank you.
all right, thank you.
Is it my go?
It's your go.
In my country, we be fighting over colors. Red versus blue and civilians for white flags raised high. Crips versus Bloods and yet somehow black bleeds blue. White stains red trying to catch my breath, but I can't breathe. No trade ball can save Martin. And no amount of currency can be admitted to save Emmett Till. Just admit we still in a race war and it ain't over till you see every black man in steel trying to fight for change, but we following trends. Hold up. I just lost 5 followers. They follow for bars and not for that nigga this and nigga that, but nigga please, I'm light skinned with a nigga attitude. Nigga, I'm telling you, my skin is not any less. All this injustice is just crossbred. We getting hit from being born different, raised in the middle, known for being Oreo, but my outer layer is still made from gold. My inner chakras may be entwined with rising sun, but that's still I shade to you. That's a nod to those who made me, whether it be the parts that made me sick of hearing follow your own culture or the cutlery of knives that stacked in back when bro said he got my back. I'm telling you, I pledge allegiance to this flag, and somehow I still get caught with 5 warning shots aimed at my chest. Thought he pulled a taser, said he meant to give me a shock, not send me into shock. Now look, man in blue swear he apologized to community, apologized to the family. Yeah, he ain't suspended, or he ain't lost his job. Instead, it's spread out and swept under the carpet. Used for a ghost hunter's next viral video. Let's go to where these plantations used to have hang niggas. Let's go to the concentration camps where they will rape women. Let's make a joke to feel safe, no shade. But if the dead's still with us, then walking any black hood will give you the Holy Spirit. Closest we get to Jesus walking with us is when we actually had a mission. Brainwashed by rap music without the soul. This ain't no Kendrick or Cole, just Mo Cole and Kendrick acting like they know what it's like to have kinship. The closest y'all get is when your great-great-grandparents was packed in sardines, getting shipped, rocking boats, or famous actors playing an Amazing Grace. Harriet, you okay with them Harriet, you okay with them pretending to reenact your struggles? Ruby, do you think the same kids you gave the freedom to learn would skip school and burn them bridges? Would you imagine half this shit Black man made. Black man wouldn't even know they made. Did you know that black women swung bats and rackets changed the game? Did you ever meet Rosa after she refused to move on that bus? How many niggas do you know that laugh at black racism used as a sitcom, and I'll give you a poem about how we ain't united in these states. This is just part one. Stay tuned for what's next. Poem.
My. All right, we got spoken word 92 has been dying to get on here, and we right about at an hour. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Now listen, y'all got to help Pops make a decision because I have to get
Humble hearted. That's
I have to get serious about uh, what I need to do in reference to the show and my health. So I'm trying to make a decision on what I'm going to do. Like I said, I love to do the show, but I got to be here to do the show. And so, it may come to a point where you might see some. I may cut back to maybe twice a month or something like that until I can get some other things done. But
So I
y'all
can
just pray for
help you.
Pops. And,
I can definitely help you. I can definitely help you and do the show itself. I have no problem. Definitely could do that, help you out. As well as I know Have Heart and I know Spoke, because Spoke has an amazing platform he does called Poe Boys out in Nashville, Tennessee. It's an amazing space where poets actually, do what they do. Whatever we can do to help, we can definitely do that.
for
okay,
sure.
I'll definitely keep it in mind. Definitely keep it in mind. So, welcome to the show. This is Spoken Word 92.
Word, word. My friends
What's
call me
good?
Spoke, man. Just call me Spoke.
All
I
right,
appreciate it.
Spoke. All right. So Spoke
Okay.
been trying to get on here since he came up, and so I'm an equal opportunity kind of guy. I want to thank again all of you who have followed, like, subscribe, go to the YouTube at Pops Jam. You'll see all the shows. We've had some very interesting shows. We're dealing with a lot of self-awareness, mental. I'm reading a book now called Psychological Triggers. There's a lot of times, and I was going to talk about this. I'll give you an intro kind of. There's a lot of times that we can't supersede a certain level is because we've locked that door in our
Hmm.
mind. And until we free ourselves from that door, from what's locked behind that door, we'll never reach our fullest potential. But it stems from everything from traumatic experiences as a child to fears as our even as our elder selves. But like I tell people, you don't know what's in the dark until you turn on the light. Problem is, too many people are scared to turn on the light. You know that when you was a kid, you would lay in that bed, cover pulled over your head when you thought the monster was in the closet, but your ass wasn't getting up to turn on nobody's light. You wasn't putting your foot on nobody's floor. You was like, I just won't move. He can't hear me. You dying under there because it's hot. So don't tell me that. And that's the same concept that it is when you deal with everyday life. We are prisoners of our own mind because we're scared to get out of that comfort zone, that what we feel is a security blanket, and turn
Right.
on the light and see what's there. And 9 times out of 10, when you see what's there, you apply the first thing spiritually is knowledge and acknowledgement, and you know where to place it. That deals with discernment. So those are the kind of things that we like to deal with, and we're going to pray on it a lot for April, March, and April. But I'm definitely coming back to do a slam. On that note, thank you for everybody who joined. We're gonna let Spoke close us out, give us a hot one right quick,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna close it out for the night. Spoke, you have the mic.
Oh, hey, I appreciate it, dog. Real quick. Hey, Tensei, follow everybody on this live. It's my man Tensei. He was just click this right. Well, everybody, not even just him. Click the live here and everybody follow everyone. If you click this button right here, you'll be able to do it. I'm gonna get us out here real quick. This is a brand new piece. Nobody that's not from Tennessee has heard this piece. So I'm finna do this shit. Well, anybody that's not from Tennessee. Uh What do you look like backing down? Hmm. What do you look like? Black and brown with whiteness all around him, true. He acts so righteous when he found his hue in other people who reflect and reset colorism, running a human race that relays race, anchored by a fast brother who code switches undercover. He's chasing a fast girl who will leave him in the dust, knowing the finish line is where he hit it first. Hell yeah, she got a big purse, America the Cougar. She don't kiss like your mother. She got some kids who run fast. Hey, them little niggas colored. Hey, they not his, but he gonna raise them? Nah, he gonna race them. Shit, he had me running track like I was his son. He said, boy, listen clearly. At the Black Olympics, we passed the torch to light backwoods for Shakiri. He told me some fast girls will run through the whole team if that's what you want. Don't be trying to keep it for yourself. Learn to pass the baton. Because there's a trophy wife for the first place winner who runs circles around his written identity through a written line of symmetry. Well, I finished lines at the finish line and ran through scripture. I ran over my dreams. I ran businesses through a river with multiple streams. I never ran from a nigga. I ran multiple schemes to get paid by soliloquy. She gonna ask me how much you got in the bank. I need accountability. What am I, a fast money slave in the lead? Am I just racing for this country to pay me? While I'm lapping all my friends who never showed me their true colors, what, they couldn't manifest their destinies? Man, my red friends said they ain't deserve that. My yellow friends said TikTok made y'all lazy. My black friends want Jada at the Oscars with a her back. My white friend said, you niggas crazy. That's the one. A little short, please.
All right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, again, boys and girls, everybody that's joining, everybody that's following, it's been a blast. Prayers and positive energy. May God influence each and every one of your mind. May He give you open revelation. And then not only that happens, because it's hard to pour into a cup with a lid. May He open our minds to receive that which is poured in and give everybody here just a higher dimension, taking you to the next level. On behalf of Pops Gems and Pops Perspective, it's been a blast having y'all here. I'm a little sleepy eyed, but I'm on that medication because again, man, them deteriorating joints it ain't no. I wouldn't wish this on nobody. When that pain hit, boy, look at here,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Right.
crazy. So keep me in your prayers. We gonna get better,
We
and
doing
I'll definitely be reaching out to you about making sure if anything for the show. Other than that, it's been a blast. This your boy Pops. Until next time, love on somebody. Tell somebody what you're smiling about. Make them feel good and start your day off right. Peace.